Hello everyone! Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We're still doing Heavensward. And yeah, let's talk to Isael, finish this quest, and yeah, let's see what this episode is gonna bring to us. 'Twas you, was it not? The furious screams of the dragons carried far. You have slain Nidhogg. What more could you desire from this place? Will you not allow Hraesvelgr to mourn the death of his kin in peace? Spare us your sanctimonious judgment, Ice Maiden. We have a gift for the Great Worm and a mystery that can no longer lie buried. Lady Iceheart, the Dragonsong War has all but consumed your life and claimed many of your followers. This time you learned the truth of its beginning. The whole truth, that we may at last bring this bitter conflict to an end. Sound the horn, Warrior of Light. Okay, let's sound the horn. Yes, he knows. Oh, he felt it.
You mean the moment I prized your eye from his head?
Huh. They can just transfer eyes? Oh. Vision time. But isn't also a big question, where is Nidhogg's other eye? I mean, Estinian just has one, right? But they took two.
It was yours. Your strength that sustained Nidhogg all these years.
Would that Haldreth had dealt the worm a killing blow.
And so you acquiesced. You surrendered your eye to Nidhogg, knowing full well the suffering he would inflict.
This one som anshin inkin in ella. Ratan in he. Esklos lisek a. Lis esk an gaan. I'm fire. Call Tolos Ineskla. Kas ehi shinso. Sekmon inaan. Srei snowfall in sith an.
I mean, Hraesvelgr doesn't seem bad, but I always kind of have an issue when, you know, and people are like, oh, I know everything, you know? And they're just like, oh, I'm always right. I don't know. Though he lifted not a single claw, it would seem that Hraesvelgr wreaked his own manner of vengeance against us. Uh-oh. What's happening now?
'Twas my life's goal to slay Nidhogg. But I find there is little joy to be had in its accomplishment.
But you have rid the world of a hate-filled creature, and ended a bloody war in so doing.
I lost my family to Nidhogg's flames, and 'twas with fury in my heart that I took up the lance. Every blow I struck in the name of vengeance. We were not so different, he and I.
I will not judge you for your deeds. I have not the right. Too many innocents have perished in the name of my greater good.
No?
Yet even with all that has passed, the tale is incomplete. we are short a great worm's eye. Of the pair which Haldreth took from Nidhogg, only one is known to us, the one I bear. What then became of the other?
See, Estinian and I, we are just on one wavelength. Like, whenever I have a question, he's like, let's ask the question.
Why did Nidhogg, who had taken such pains to prolong the Dragonsong War, suddenly decide to hurl his entire army against the walls of Ishgard? Lord Commander. Aye. The deed is done. Nidhogg is slain. What? In the city? A battle with whom? At once, Lord Commander. Hold firm till our return. Fighting has broken out in the city. Lord Aymeric was sparse with the particulars, but it seems some commoners threw open the gates to a force of heretics.
I gave no order to attack.
Are we to mark the end of the Dragonsong War by spilling the blood of our own? Mayhap Hraesvelgr was right about us. Let us away, warrior of light. The people must be saved from themselves.
But see, Estinian, he believes what he thinks is right, right? That's one thing. But he's still learning. Like, he's still like, oh, maybe I was wrong. I like that.
Wait! I would join you! There has been enough violence. I will appeal to my people in the city and make them see reason.
Yeah, that always worked out so well. Let's hope she's more successful this time.
Come then, Lady Iceheart. Let us write the final chapter in this damnable war.
Are we close to the end? Ooh. It's like watching a movie. Should get some popcorn.
A small army of heretics has invaded the city, Your Eminence. But there is no cause for concern. A sizable contingent of our soldiers is already in place to repel the Dravanian assault, and the intruders will soon find themselves outnumbered and outmatched.
Our plans proceed apace, then?
Yes, Your Eminence. This unrest shall serve to feed the people's fear of the heretics and the dragons both.
And lend renewed fervor to their prayers for deliverance. Very good. Grant our guests what time they need to sow a measure of chaos, then order the Temple Knights to crush them.
Your will be done.
Ooh.
The moment is at hand.
La Brea.
Excellent. All shall soon be in alignment. It is time for the Bringer of Light to die.
No? Try me, bitch. Don't touch my baby. Oh, thank God. Probably will watch him get stabbed.
Comrades, sheathe your swords. There is no need for further bloodshed.
My lady!
She is come. Hear me, brothers and sisters! The war is ended! Nidhogg is no more! Aye, it is so! This adventurer and the Azure Dragoon laid the Great Worm low!
This scene kind of reminds me of The Lion King 2, you know, where Kovu and Kiara, they were like telling their people to not fight. Get it?
The endless cycle of violence between man and dragon was born of our forefathers' treachery.
Because of the whole thing with we're the same, you know?
You
to
have
rewatch the movie.
followed me, bled with me, to bring this truth to light that we might all know peace. But Nidhogg is dead. Nidhogg is dead, my friends. He who bore such hatred towards Ishgard is dead! Let his hatred die with him, I say! Let us sheathe our swords and go in peace!
Have we lost?
No, my friend. Far from it. At long last, the peace for which we have so desperately fought is within our grasp. And I, for one, would not forsake it. Peace?
Let's go home.
Seize the witch! Let none escape!
Providing aid and succor to the wounded should be our first concern. If the heretics mean to observe the peace, then it would be folly not to do the same.
Oh, Chiffon. You're the best. That was rather too close for comfort, but would seem that calm is returning to the streets. My mind, however, yet clamors with 1,000 questions. You return to Ishgard in the oddest of company, my friend. Well, well. That, my friends, was rather too close for comfort. Praise alone that things did not end in bloodshed. I confess I was more than a little dismayed to see you in the company of the Lady Iceheart. Whatever is going on, Dora? Beg pardon, you traveled to the Churning Mists together, along with Estinian. Never was there a more unlikely alliance. Nor one so magnificently effective. Nidhogg dead, the heretics pacified. Father and Sir Aymeric must know of this. Let us break the news to them together. I will bring Sir Aymeric to Fortom's Manor. Yes, an excellent suggestion. Very well, Laura. I shall await you there. Alright, let's go there. We're at the manor.
Praise Halone, you are safe.
My safety was never in doubt, Father, for I had the Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light by my side. We bring the most wonderful tidings.
The infamous Lady Iceheart? Here in Ishgard? This is most unexpected.
She has done much to quell the violence. The Inquisition may not approve, but we are glad of her presence.
And with the Great Worm's demise, even our nation's more reactionary elements will have scant grounds to press for her immediate impeachment.
My thoughts exactly.
What of the truth revealed to us by Hraesvelgr? That the origins of the Dragonsong War, a core tenet of Ishgardian faith, are quite unlike those depicted in the scriptures.
That men and dragons once lived together in harmony, and that it was man's treachery which shattered the peace and plunged our peoples into war.
The same scripture also describes the origins of the High Houses. Were it exposed as false, the legitimacy of our rule would be called into question. If both Highborn and Lowborn can trace their ancestry to Thordan and his Knights 12.
But a single sip of dragon's blood is required to confirm their lineage.
If the Holy See knew of this and chose to remain silent, their crimes are grievous indeed. Regardless, this state of affairs cannot be allowed to continue.
Sir Aymeric, you cannot mean to raise this matter with the Archbishop.
Pray consider what you are proposing. If the Holy See chose to conceal the truth for centuries, what reason would they have to reveal it now?
At best, you will be branded a heretic and clapped in irons.
Then at least the Archbishop will have shown his true colors. My friends, this war will never truly be at an end until the truth is made known. You must see what lies on the horizon if it is not. When ruled by fear of a common enemy, we were united. But now we have none. During the war, the Highborn needed men to lead, and the Lowborn men to follow. Not anymore. 'Tis but a matter of time before the old order is called into question. Lady Iceheart will share the truth with her followers, and the Holy See will be powerless to stop its spread. The disenfranchised will rise up united, and blood will flow in the streets once more. A divided Ishgard will not survive.
Tread carefully, Lord Commander.
No, he's not wrong, but Aymeric.
My lady, is it wise to let him go?
Nope.
I sympathize with the Lord Commander's desire for reform, but to approach the Archbishop in this manner bespeaks an idealism to which I did not think Sir Aymeric prone.
I mean, he's
Though
also
he comports
lowborn, no?
himself as a realist, he has long dreamt of reform. 'Twas that idealism which first drew me to him. That which made me swear an oath to serve. We must not think of ways to hinder his cause, but rather ways to aid it, even should the Holy See cry heresy.
You cannot mean.
Going against
If
the
the
Holy
Lord
See.
Commander does not return from the vault at the appointed hour, I mean to go and fetch him.
Have care, my lady. Your words border on treason. Should they reach the wrong ears, you will be declared an enemy of Ishgard.
That is a risk I am willing to take. Lest you forget, my lord, I am not born of this land. My loyalty is to the Lord Commander alone. But I speak only of what may come to pass. If the rumors regarding his heritage are to be believed, we have naught to fear.
Lies and slander.
Forgive me, what rumors are these?
That Sir Aymeric is the Archbishop's bastard son.
No. What?
Senior clergy are not permitted to marry and sire children. But even the holiest among us are not immune to temptation.
I labour to believe it. Sir Aymeric is truly the Archbishop's son.
Isn't it just a rumor? I don't jump to
He
conclusions.
has never been publicly acknowledged as such. But the rumors have plagued him since childhood. That he rose to his current position, despite being despised as a bastard and accused of profiting from his father's influence, bespeaks the quality of his character. It is my hope that on this occasion, the burden of his birth will work in his favor. Should our worst fears be realized, the Archbishop will not be so quick to execute his own flesh and blood, affording us time to mount a rescue.
Yeah, I don't know, like, that sounds like a good plan, no? I mean, he probably doesn't really want a bastard son, no? That's proof that he wasn't...
Bastard or trueborn, he is our nation's best hope. If the Holy See dares to threaten him, I shall lead the charge against the Vault myself.
Hear, hear! The future of Ishgard rests on Sir Aymeric shoulders. I too will do mine utmost to aid his cause.
Orchefon, be reasonable.
A knight lives to serve, Father. To aid those in need. The people need Sir Aymeric more than ever, and we may be his only hope.
But see, that's the thing. Obviously, the Highborn are gonna be more problematic with this whole endeavor, right? They don't want to lose their status.
There is no greater calling for a knight than to save the life of his fellow man. I swear to you, on the sigil of our house, that I shall do this and make you proud.
Even you? Romantic, reckless fools, the lot of you. So be it. Make your preparations.
I thank you all for your support.
Though your assistance is most welcome, I fear it will not be enough. Few as we are, we will struggle to reach the Lord Commander. If we are to succeed, we must needs recruit others to our cause. Not a fan of the pants. Oh, no. I mean, I love talking to Estinian, but nope. But how are we to carry out this bold endeavor? Even with an army of knights at our backs, a direct assault on the vault seems unlikely to succeed. You're correct, Master Afino. Not even the assembled might of House Rotoms and the Temple Knights would be sufficient. With the support of another party, however, we may yet stand a chance. I speak of one of the other high houses. Precisely the opposite. I speak of the revolutionaries rumored to reside in the Broom. 'Twas these disgruntled Ishgardians who opened the gates of our city to the heretics, I believe. But of course, if their hatred of the Holy See drove them to such deeds, they might well be persuaded to assist in Sir Aymeric's rescue, knowing the truth he would lay bare. Such is my hope, Master Afino, and I would have you and Lura reach out to them. As a Temple Knight and sworn servant of the Holy See, any overtures I make are doomed to fail. But as outsiders, the two of you may receive a warmer welcome. Very well, we shall seek out the leader of these revolutionaries and make our case. My thanks. Estinian, will your brothers heed your command if you order them to stand aside? The dragoons have no love for politics, my lady. They will gladly watch and wait while the Highborn fight amongst themselves. How very wise, Lura. We should hurry to the Forgotten Knight. Tataru may have knowledge of the revolutionaries. Let's go to the Forgotten Knight. See you there. Alright, we're here with Tataru. Dora Efino, gods, I've been worried sick. It's so good to see you. And you, Tataru, how did you manage to escape the chaos in the streets? Gibrion and the others barricade the doors until the heretics left. No one was harmed, thankfully, but what about you two? What came of your journey? Enough that I always tell the whole story so I don't have to reread everything. You're not serious. What was Sir Aymeric thinking? I mean, the way you two talk about him, I wouldn't have believed. Anyway, I've heard rumors of the people you're looking for, but I doubt they'll be of much use. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that they're led by someone called the Mongrel. A queer moniker if ever I have heard one, but mayhap it will make the individual in question easier to find. Come, let us all make inquiries below. Let's go. Let me make some inquiries. Alright, I talked to some people. Not a single shred of information, just as I expected. These revolutionaries would not have evaded capture for so long without the masses' complicity. So it's good to know that Tataru's ears are as sharp as ever. Oh yeah, I could unlock the answer now. Frustrating though it may be, we must press on. While I continue speaking with the people of the Broom, why not go and see if Gibrion knows aught of value? As the proprietor of the Forgotten Night, surely he must have heard whispers of the Mongrel before. We can only hope that he will be more forthcoming than the others. Let's do that. And we're here with Gibrion. You know, people long for a sympathetic ear, but they need to know that it comes with tight lips. Discretion, Rora, that's what my customers expect. If they don't get it, then I don't get them. That being said, I'm not without my sympathies. I've heard the tales, and I know you've done right by highborn and lowborn alike. Least I can do is point you in the right direction. But to do that, I need you to do something for me. So happens there's a hunter up in the crozier who owes me a fair bit of coin. However, I've agreed to accept payment in fresh herbs. Go and get them for me. Agreed? Okay, let me do some stuff for him. Alright, so he made mullet wine with the herbs I got for him. Now he has someone in mind that would like it. And she's a maidservant to some noble house or another, I forget. Anyway, be a shame if she didn't get to try this wine. Why not give her a bottle? Oh. He said that people will probably be more likely to talk if they drink some good mullet wine. So I will go do that and see you guys there. Alright, we're here with that lady. Yes, I'm Eurita? Beg your pardon, but do I know you, miss? No, you don't. Here's some mullet wine from a stranger. It's totally not drugged. I know the smell. This is the wine that girl used to prepare her special recipe. It must be decades since I last tasted it. Oh, the poor dear. Such a shame that she was taken in by that baron. Damn. He cut a dashing figure, I'll grant you that. Tall, slender, long of ear. So literally every Ellison. Those dazzling ruby eyes of his were filled with lust. Okay, so ruby eyes. It was not more than infatuation that what she felt, but she convinced herself it was love, and he couldn't help but take advantage. Damn. But when her belly started to grow, God's the scandal. Became pregnant. I mean, this is not an uncommon occurrence, but that it was with a Hure made it so much. Well, I needn't tell you. She was discharged from his service, cast out onto the streets like so much refuse. After she returned to the Broom, we drifted apart. I only learned of her death years later by chance. Is that Aymeric's mom? Possibly? Maybe? Okay, see you guys back at Gibrion. Alright, we're back with Gibrion. So the amorous nobleman bets his maidservant, then casts her aside when the seed takes root. Not the most original tale, is it? Cold comfort for the women and children who live it, though. Even the penitent can appreciate wine from time to time. Take Geraldier, for example. Surely you've heard of him, no? He's a monk who offers succor to the poorest of the poor in the Broom. A man of many vows, but none which prohibits spirituous beverages. Aye, if ever there was a man who deserved a drink, it'd be him. Okay, let's look for Geraldier. Let me look for him. And here we are with Geraldier. Helena's blessings be upon you, miss. A gift from me. Yeah. The scent, how reminiscent of a wine once made by a dear old friend. May her soul rest in peace. Forsaken by her family, she toiled tirelessly to feed and clothe her child, yet somehow she found time to help me tend to those in even worse circumstances. So compassionate she was. So full of love for her fellow man. 'Twas that love which gave her child strength to endure the scorn of the other younglings. That little girl I can't speak. Oh man. That little girl, bless her heart, she couldn't help what she was. Eventually she won them over, but those first few years were trying. Even more so when she had to start fending for herself. I remember days she spent standing on the walls, raven black hair flowing in the wind, staring out as if searching for her mother's face in the mists. That was quite poetic. See you guys at Gabriel. Alright, I guess everyone is a big fan of that woman. She was a remarkable woman, Laura. After everything she was forced to endure, she still remained hopeful for the future, for her daughter's future. Wait, daughter? It's not Aymeric. Do we know someone with red eyes? And they said he had ruby eyes, right? Some bonds are thicker than blood, but blood still defines us and divides us in the end. It's the legacy of our parents. Does he have red eyes? Guess not. It's the legacy of our parents, Laura, and we can't escape it, no matter how hard we try. So the mongrel and her pups chose to embrace theirs, to proclaim it to all and sundry. If you can understand that, then maybe you can find her on your own. Okay, let me look for her. Alright, I guess we gotta talk to that woman. Still looking for your mongrel. Like I said before, take your pick. Plenty around if you know where to look. Or did you fancy someone specific? I'm looking for a mongrel with ruby red eyes and raven black hair. Yeah, it was ruby red eyes. So, someone's got unusual tastes. Afraid I can't help you though. Won't rather, it's bloody obvious you ain't of the Broom. Did you think I'd just tell you cause you asked nicely? That's not very nice. Okay, let me talk to Alphino. Alright, we're back with Alphino. Have you made any progress, Laura? So our mongrel was born of an Elesan nobleman and a Huron maidservant. Granted, it is no location, but it is far more information than we had before. Yes, now that her striking features are known to us, mayhap we need only remain vigilant. There must be a way we can draw the mongrel out into the open. Mayhap we should discuss this with Tataru. Speaking of which, where's Tataru? Oh, confound it, she went below to make inquiries on her own, didn't she? We must find her quickly, Laura. I have a premonition this is not going to end well. Alright, let's go. Alright, we're looking for Tataru in the Broom. She must be around here somewhere. I take it you've had no luck either. Ah, there she is. We didn't look very well, did we? I'm sorry, forget I said anything. Oh no, what did you do? Wait, down there, isn't that Tataru? Those men are chasing her. Quickly, Laura, after them.
Where do you think you're going, Missy?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
What did you
What's
say,
going on
man?
here?
What's it to you, boy? Piss off.
Hold on. I've seen them around. They're in and out of House Four Tom's Manor all the time.
Oh, I see. Skulking about at your highborn master's bidding, eh? Bloodhounds hoping to catch a whiff of heresy, is that it?
You are quite mistaken, I assure you. We came here to help. And if you know what's good for you, you will let us pass.
Haha! Listen to the pups yapping. Come here, boy. I'll give you cause to yelp.
Try me, bitch.
Enough! Leave threatening women and children to our betters. We don't have the knack.
Hilda!
Red eyes, black hair. It looks like the mongrel to me.
Lay a finger on the blue blood's pups, and you're like to lose the hand.
She got short Alice in the ear. That must be her.
And often I get called on by glorious heroes like yourself. So tell me, what have I done to deserve you?
What did Tataru say, man? I want to know what she did. Before you start, let's go somewhere a bit more private. The Forgotten Knights, say. Yeah, it seems very private. Instead of an alley where we can literally be by ourselves. No, let's go to a busy bar. That sounds like a good idea. Way more private. Let's still go there. Alright. We're at the Forgotten Knight again. Yeah, I guess that works too, just sending everyone out. Aren't they supposed to be like the poor people? How does she have money for that? If she has that money, shouldn't she give it to the poor people? To feed them and stuff.
So, while you're on your way to kill Nidhogg, you stumbled on some dirty secrets that the Holy See has been hiding for centuries.
Eh? What are they on about?
The High Houses. And what makes a nobleman so bleeding noble? They trace their blood back to King Thordan and his Knights 12, the founders of Ishgard. But our friends here reckon we're all descended from the heroes of Eld. Highborn and lowborn alike. And so Sir Aymeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, has gone to ask the Archbishop if he wouldn't mind letting everyone know.
Is he simple? The old bastard will have him executed for heresy.
Well, seems to me that's what the good sir wants. Seems he thinks a noble sacrifice will serve to prove his claims.
We cannot stand idly by and allow Sir Aymeric to do this. Ishgard has need of him.
Look, you've a good heart, I can see that. Willing to risk your neck for someone else even when his troubles ain't yours. But what's this got to do with me?
If Sir Aymeric is imprisoned in the vault, we will need all the help we can muster to breach their defenses and rescue him.
What in the hell's...
Yeah.
Ah, the unmistakable scent of heresy.
You got some cool eyes though. The lips. Not really my thing.
And what do we have here? The honored guests of House Fortom consorting with the Queen of Rats. Ooh, plotting insurrection, I shouldn't wonder. That won't do. Sickness is wont to fester and spread. It must be burnt out ere the infection takes hold.
I reckon Sir'd be happy to wield the irons himself. Well, so happens I've got irons of my own.
Such simple creatures, rats. Certain to attack when cornered. Let us step outside, milady. In here your toys could hurt someone.
Now fucking here less than outside, no? Oh.
Right there!
You disgust me.
Come out of that stuff, man. Thank you.
Guide my sword!
Filthy rats!
How can I have burn in the water? That makes no sense. I'm sorry.
There's no denying your gifts. A well-deserved reputation indeed.
Lucky bastard.
Nay, 'tis we who are lucky. Had we fought on, 'twas but a matter of time before our conflict claimed the life of an innocent bystander.
I thought the Heavensward might come here as well.
They came to the Temple Knights' headquarters.
Aye. Sir Grinno announced that the Lord Commander had been imprisoned under suspicion of heresy, and that the Heavensward had been granted full authority in his stead.
Then the Heavensward now commands the Temple Knights.
Those still loyal to Sir Aymeric answer to me. Alas, that amounts to but half our number. The other half, who opposed his promotion to Lord Commander, have gathered at the vault as ordered.
Bolstering the guard already, eh? If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were expected.
I take it you're in charge around here?
Hilda. And yes, the young master was just persuading me to join his lost cause. Convincing little beggar, isn't he? Aye. Your passion moved me. A bit. That, and the fact that we're sick of living off the leavings of our betters. If you've a mind to change things around here, then we've a mind to join you.
Let me guess, you're wondering why I chose the mongrel, right? Because it's what I am. And I'm not ashamed of it, not anymore. Besides, even my pureblood pups have more in common with me than the lords and ladies up on high. None of them are well bred. Hell, some of their mothers were cast out after a spot of fun, same as mine. Sorry all this time, and one we're sick of hearing, which is why we took up arms. Not that we mean to hold all the blue bloods to account. Some have done right by us. I'll allow like them in House Helenord. But enough talk. Your friend's still rotting in a cell. Let's not keep him waiting. You see, that's the thing. Like, we always shame, like, you know, the lowborn, or they used to do that, that got pregnant by a highborn, but why didn't we, like, judge the highborns that just, you know, mess around the whole time and just have children and don't take care of them? That's weird to me. We've been working in secret to undermine the Holy See and the high houses, that much I'll acknowledge. But this nonsense about us throwing wide the gates for the heretics is just that, nonsense. If not you, then who? The Temple Knights, of course. Reckon it was your beloved Sir Aymeric's doing at first, but then I heard how he lost his head. My next best guess would be the Heavensward. That way they'd have the perfect excuse to go door to door through the broom, slaughter the heretics and their sympathizers in one fell swoop. But the Heavensward scheme did not account for Lady Iceheart's intervention, and so they have been forced to improvise. A fine bloody mess, ain't it? But the die is cast. So what's the plan? We must divert the attention of the high houses away from the city, and to do that we need the cooperation of your allies in their service. And what makes you think I have friends in high places? You would be fools not to, given your goals. Lowborn knights are ideal recruits. Most swore fealty only out of desire for a better life. If offered an opportunity to shed the yoke and live for themselves, who among them would not at least be tempted to take it? Rare is the man eager to die for a cause he does not hold dear. But it need not come to that this day. If they and their fellow knights are deployed afield to deal with a new threat, a massing of heretics, for example, then they will be unable to join in the defense of the vault. Spread false reports of an attack to get them out of harm's way, you mean? The city will not soon forget the heretics' last assault. If the High Houses believe another attack is imminent, they will have no choice but to act. Can it be done? Can we trick them into leaving Ishgard? Aye. Can we keep them out for long? Not bloody likely. Make sure you're ready before I send word. Because you won't get a second chance at this. Then it is decided. To the vault, the Archbishop must be held to account. The Lord Commander granted his liberty. Alrighty. Sounds like fun. Hearken to me, everyone. We have two objectives. Rescue Sir Aymeric and apprehend the Archbishop. We will therefore divide our forces into two parties. Estinian and I will make ready to breach the underground goal and search for search for the Lord Commander. We will not move, however, until the second party has entered the vault. I speak of your party, Warrior of Light, together with Lord Oshform and Master Alphino. For this plan to succeed, you will need to fight your way into the highest levels of the vault. Even onto the Archbishop's private chambers. When the Heavensward realize that what you intend, they will fly to their master's side, leaving only a token force to guard the Gaol. Temple Knights loyal to our cause have already secured the entrance to the vault. Once you are within, they will signal to us. If all goes to plan, we shall rejoin you with Sir Aymeric and confront the Archbishop together. Is everyone clear as to their duties, then let us do what must needs be done. Let's go! Alright, we made it to the vault. Oh, the orders are in position, Mr. Slura. I will send word once you and your party have entered. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna queue for the vault. I will see you guys when I enter. Bye-bye. Alright, we're gonna enter the vault. To be honest, I don't remember too much from here. Hope I can do a good job as a tank. Ooh, he turned big boy. Alright, let's move.
I'll cut you to pieces! I will not yield to you! I have the power!
Nice. Ah, I still have to go through the loot, man. Oh, last fight. Ah, damn it.
Filthy rats! Be done with you! And now the final curtain! This shall be a mercy. You disgust me. Sickness must be purged. Be done with you. Sickness must be purged.
just me, over those bosses like easy as hell. Huh. Da, 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 da. Oh shit, those pants are mine.
Our power! How can this be? Fall back!
Great escape. No, he's hurt. It's like, Daddy, don't go.
Father, please!
Sorry.
For a mercy, we were not too late.
Why must you do this, Father?
Nidhogg is fallen. There is no need for further deception. Now is the time to renounce the lies which led us down this path. To start anew!
And tear down the very pillars of our society? Our history, our values, everything we have built over 1,000 years? A fool to the last.
Yeah, how are the rich gonna stay rich? And the poor stay poor. Can't do that.
Look out!
Hey. Hey? No. No. No, not Oshirva. Oh, that bitch. I'm gonna get you. You're so dead.
Go. Asisla awaits.
This is how we go. No! How dare they?
It's no good. The wound is too deep. It refuses to mend.
No, just try harder.
You are unharmed? Forgive me. I could not bear the thought of... Oh, do not look at me so. A smile better suits a hero.
No! Oh. See, that's the thing. This one is sad because we actually built up a friendship with him. Like, we were with him for a while. Moonbreeder is like... She's been there for 2 seconds, you know? Like, eh. I know not what to say. The others, they are gathered at Fortum's Manor. Okay, I'll go there. See you guys. Right, we're entering Fortum's Manor. God. Can't even speak, I'm so sad.
Don't. Please. A knight lives to serve, to protect, to sacrifice. There is no greater calling. Leave me to mourn and give chase. For my son, and for the nation he loved. Go!
His sacrifice shall not be forgotten.
My son.
Ah. Man, parents losing their kids, that's the worst. I could not stand there in silence, but when all others had forsaken us, Lord Orchford took us in, our beacon of hope in a world of darkness. Exactly, you know, Elf, you know? Did his utmost to raise our spirits so that we might face our troubles with courage, with conviction. So that we might face them as knights. We must press on with our mission. Tata, we pray return to your duties at the Forgotten Night. Let us go and speak with Sir Aymeric, Laura. I worry for his well-being. Yeah, me too. I don't want that. It was just a prank, right? He's not actually gone. I hope at least. Oh man. Oh, okay. I'll go talk to Aymeric. Right, we're here with Aymeric.
My friends, I am in your debt.
Think nothing of it. Your wounds are healing well, I trust.
Some wounds do not heal.
Memory?
The founding. The scriptures, 1,000 years of lies, all to deceive the common man. Nay, our own brothers and sisters. For the blood of the Knights 12 flows within all our veins. You knew this to be true. You knew, and you concealed it!
I should be interested to hear how you came by this knowledge. But yes, you have the right of it.
No, I didn't even have a second yet to grieve.
The architects of Ishgard, King Thordan and his knights 12, entrapped and butchered the great worm, Hraesvelgr, that they might partake of her eyes and thereby transcend their mortal limits. Upon learning of their treachery, Nidhogg was consumed with a murderous and justified rage. I dare say you know what followed.
The great worm slew the king and half of his knights.
Aye, but Nidhogg was subdued, and his eyes plucked from their sockets by the knights that remained. Their one mistake was to show mercy, for from his brother Hraesvelgr did Nidhogg receive a new eye, thus rejuvenating his form and empowering him to embark upon an eternal quest for vengeance.
Whilst Thordan's son Haldreth took one of Nidhogg's eyes and learned to wield its power in defense of his people.
Thus was the first Azure Dragoon born, and ever since that time, his honored successors have risen to drive Nidhogg from our lands whenever the worm has returned to plague us. I ask you, my son, will you answer for my sins? Will your son and his son answer for me as well?
What do you mean?
If a man cannot atone for his sins in the course of his all too fleeting life, must his progeny then be held to account? Must every subsequent generation be judged as well? Thordan's betrayal of Hraesvelgr was an unconscionable, unforgivable sin. Should we then, as his descendants, meekly surrender ourselves to an eternity of punishment? Nay, say I. I would not see our children sacrificed in a vain attempt to appease an implacable foe. Dragons are not like us, my son. To they who live forever, the wrongs of antiquity are as those of yesterday. No reparations shall ever suffice. This fact alone should serve as ample justification for our actions. Yet some refuse to see it as such. For men like you, who yearn to commit themselves to a nobler cause, a more compelling narrative is required.
This is your solution. This is how you protect our people. You have given us a lost cause, a death sentence. With your compelling narrative, you but doom our countrymen to give their lives for a lie.
And they do so gladly. Highborn and lowborn alike are proud to serve, to fight and die for their country. And what would you say to them? What would you tell the wives who have lost their husbands? The mothers who have lost their sons? That their loved ones died for naught? Over the course of 1,000 years, countless men have donned these robes, and every one of them came to accept the necessity of this solution. Once, I hoped you might come to accept it as well. Do not despair, my son. Soon I shall free us from the sins of antiquity, and bring about the change you so fervently desire. If he has spoken with others, I would have their names. Escort him to a cell and question him. Thoroughly.
Your Eminence.
You saw something, did you not? A vision of the past?
So this is the power of the Echo. Would that it had shown you a finer moment from my past. 'Twas an exercise in futility, as you saw. Faced with the firmity of his conviction and his many ready rejoinders, my words deserted me. To be frank, I am embarrassed to recall it.
A friend once impressed upon me the importance of differentiating between words, deeds, and beliefs. Were he here, I suspect he would judge your father's conviction to be no more than rank, self-serving delusion. Even so, I cannot help but wonder what manner of change he intends to bring about.
I have given some thought to that as well. During the battle within the vault, the Heavensward demonstrated strange and unnatural abilities.
Aye, the manner in which Sir Zephyrin struck down Lord Hraesvelgr was unlike anything I've ever seen before.
The spectacle called to mind King Thordan and his Knights 12 as they are depicted in scripture, holy powers and all.
Mere fabrications, which have become objects of faith, instilled with the belief of countless devoted souls. 7 hells!
If Lady Iceheart can use her own body as a vessel for summoning, I see no reason why others could not.
Oh.
Are the Heavensward truly so reckless?
Unbelievable.
As they fled, my father spoke of Azis La. Though I know not what he intends, I fear no good shall come of it. His ambitions are too great, and his minions too powerful. We must find the Heavensward and stop my father before it is too late.
Mr. Zarda, Master Elfino, I, Aymeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, do hereby entreat the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Our aid in preventing whatever it is that the Archbishop intends. Your aid in bringing him to justice. Too much blood has been spilled for the lies he perpetuated. No more. I shall pursue him to the end of the world if I must. Life for death, I will have Sir Zephyrin's heart for what he did to Hraesvelgr. Vengeance. That's exactly what's brought all this upon us. Yes, of course, you two were close, I know. Much has changed since our order's founding, but our duty to combat the primal threat has not. If the Archbishop and the Heavensward are guilty of the crime of summoning, then Lura and I will stop them. I love that Estinian still didn't change his armor or clean it or anything. Would that I could join you in the pursuit, but alas, my father's absence has thrown our government into chaos. Ever since the founding of our nation, there has been an archbishop to serve as a guiding light for the masses, a force for stability to counterbalance the high houses, ceaseless maneuvering. Convincing the people to recognize the truth of our origins would have been difficult, even with my father's support. The road ahead is that much more fraught with peril without it. Yet walk it we must, for unity is more vital to our survival than ever. After all, Nidhogg's death did not mark the cessation of Dravanian hostilities. Far from it. We will have great need of each other in the days to come. You may ever count on my lance, Sir Aymeric. To my dying breath, I shall defend Ishgard from the Horde. If I may, Lord Commander, I would like to assist the Scions in their search for the Archbishop. Nora, Master Elfino, pray attend me outside. Very well, with me, Laura. I believe we have much to discuss. I'm still sad. Alright, but I guess I will stop here. I will unlock Dancer. Like, I already got the quest. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like if you like what you see. I'm gonna go cry now. And yeah, we will see each other when I am not that sad anymore. So yeah. Bye guys.